What do you want to do with these shirts, babe? Like, you can't just stay up here.
They need a proper pride of place in the house. You know, I've had your England caps framed, but I do think it's nice for you to be able to see them.
There's some good memories here. Some mad ones, though.
This looks so old.
That is old. That was under 21s.
What I find more alarming are these shorts. They must have been like hot pants on you.
I know.
I haven't seen you in a kit for so long, babe. Put that on.
What was this one? This was 2010.
Gorgeous.
This is when they were going like old school.
Quite retro.
Yeah, it was like,
It's like the
Bobby
60s.
Moore kind of.
What year was it?
Retro,
What was-
66.
Yeah, you can tell. Oh, it's making me sad.
Good times. Do you know what I haven't got? A Villa shirt. I don't know whether it's just a strange time, that Villa time. That was probably my most difficult spell as a footballer.
This one, please.
Big man, big price. At close to £5 million, he's certainly the most expensive player the Villa side has ever bought.
I knew Aston Villa were interested. Then bang, £5 million. Felt like fortunes.
I think physically the doubts were probably still there, but Peter has suddenly become a player that other clubs are looking at.
You know, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, but I'm glad I'm here now. I believe there's more to my game than just my height. Obviously, you know, I think I've got quite a good touch for someone of my height.
Crouch finds the back of the net.
Playing in the Premier League, it's every footballer's dream. It's where the money is. It has a massive profile. It's watched all over the world. It's all kind of pressure.
The night before we signed, we had this serious conversation where I said, I don't think you're ready for this. And he said, I don't think I am either. But what do we do? You know?
You think like you've made it, you know, it's a Premier League team, they're spending £5 million on me. But the trajectory didn't keep going, if you know what I mean.
Crouch. Young man is battling to establish himself at this level.
When he signed for Aston Villa, I knew he was ready because he hadn't grown into his body at that point.
I wanted to be a player and I wanted to be the best I could be.
Not much impact from the tall striker.
And I thought, have I blown it?
The jury is still very much out on him, I think.
I ended up getting dropped. I came off the bench the odd time, but very rarely played. In all honesty, I was angry.
You've got a decision to make. Do you sit out your contract, hope the manager gets sacked and someone else comes in who will give you a chance, or do you move?
So I knew how to get out from Villa.
Smile would be nice, right?
I signed for Southampton.
How will you reflect on that period of time at Aston Villa?
Well, it was a little bit frustrating at times because you know, you always want to be playing as a player, and I felt I had to move on to further my career.
He played for so many clubs by the age of 25, it was ridiculous.
How determined are you to be first choice?
Well, you know, I haven't come here just to be on the bench or in the stands. Obviously, I'm looking to play.
For whatever reason, you know, it was the same sort of thing. I didn't play as much as I thought I would.
I got to know him really well when he signed for Southampton in 2004. He spent a lot of time, I think, in and out of the team. And that's difficult for a player, particularly when you're at that sort of age. You're then looking for a coach to be the person that says, you're my, you know, first choice in this position.
Things can go wrong in the blink of an eye in football, and if it doesn't work out, you can disappear pretty quickly into obscurity.
I was thinking to myself, oh my God, like this Premier League dream is just a dream. I've failed at Aston Villa. I'm failing at Southampton. I didn't know where I was going. Maybe Premier League wasn't for me. I felt like I needed to change people's opinions. I just needed someone to believe me.
Give me a minute.
Peter?
Great day for a game of golf, isn't it?
Oh my God. What are we going to do,
Hey,
mate?
mate.
I'm all right, Pete. What are we going to do?
I don't know. Get in there, have a coffee, I reckon.
So what's this documentary all about, Pete?
I don't know, to be quite
Cheers, lovely. Pete, it'd be great. You've had an amazing career, played with great clubs, played for England. And
I suppose it's been a bit different, Harry. You know, like it's been like, you know, you look at Stevie and Michael Owen, or you know, just bang, their careers mapped out.
Superstars.
Yeah, you just knew they would play for England when they were kids. For me, I suppose it was a bit more up and down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is grim.
Oh, hang on, Pete. Oh, that'll help. Yeah, forward.
We're off.
Lucky I didn't put it in reverse. There we go. What's happening here, Pete? They give us a dud. We've run out of petrol. Hey! Nice, Peter.
Yeah.
How'd you rate his golf, Harry?
Like his football, really. He was a bit of a slow starter.
Well,
but now he's improved his golf.
Oh, yes, Harry. Nice. Don't know if I've ever told you this, but you know, before you came in, I didn't know where I was going. You know, I was struggling, like, confidence-wise. I just struggled at Villa. You know, signed for Southampton. I thought it was my last chance in the Premier League, really. And then I didn't play. I didn't play that whole half of the season. And then you came in, obviously. Just changed my fortune completely.
Yeah.
At 2 p.m. this afternoon, Redknapp agreed an 18-month contract to manage Southampton.
I've got a big challenge on my hands, you know, and to keep the team up it's going to be a big task, but I feel we can do that. I've never been relegated from the Premier League. I don't intend to start now.
When I went to Southampton, we were struggling at the bottom of the table, and Pete was already there. They bought him from Aston Villa for good money, big money, but he was sort of out the team at the time.
Harry just came in and said, you know what's going on? I just don't understand. I could see it genuinely in his face that you couldn't believe that I wasn't playing.
They're a good group of lads, and you know, just got to get a bit of confidence back into them and start believing they can win some football matches.
Peter wasn't always everybody's first choice. It depended how you wanted to play. I saw Crouchy as being a very important player for me, so I brought him into the team. Anybody with any sense, Pete, you know, it's getting the best out of you, playing to your strengths, isn't it? And that's all I wanted to do when I came in. I knew what you could do from, you know, from the time at Portsmouth working there, and it was a no-brainer for me. You know, you just needed a bit of confidence and get playing, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you know yourself, it's all about confidence, Pete, isn't it?
Yeah.
When things, you know, someone believes in you, that's what we all need, isn't it? Can make such a difference.
Yeah. She just told me that you are a fantastic player every day, and that was all I needed.
He wasn't a very powerful header at the ball for such a big lad, really. So we just worked on him, lots of crosses, lots of heading drills. He was, for me, the one big hope that we had of winning a game.
Here we are, the start of the Redknapp era at Southampton.
Big decisions taken by Harry Redknapp in his team selection. He takes a chance on Peter Crouch.
His first Premiership start of the season.
We all thrive on people believing in you, thinking you're good. And Peter was no different. He needed someone to believe in him, and I certainly believed in him.
Peter Crouch with his first goal for Harry Redknapp. Well, the new strike force has delivered for the new Southampton manager.
And that was where things just took off. I knew I was a Premier League player from that moment.
There's the header. It's Peter Crouch.
The header did come in, and it does provide the equaliser.
I was scoring goals every week. I was playing well.
Crouch climbing. Oh, and it's in.
I felt at the peak of my powers. For the first time, I felt my height.
Terrific performance. Is it the start of the Harry miracle?
First of all, when you watch the Southampton performance today, the first thing you realise about Harry Redknapp was he's got them organised. They've scored 2 goals, and Crouch played really well.
OK, yeah, we're rolling.
You seem to be playing with a great deal of confidence yourself at the moment.
Yeah, I think that comes with games. You know, I've had a run of games. The manager's come in and played me straight away, and I've played pretty much every game. And you know, with games and goals comes confidence, and I'm feeling really good at the moment. And you know, going into every game full of confidence, like you say.
It was the first time really that someone had believed in me at that level. I think it was the first time I felt like the main man. That's when I knew that season. No, I'm the number 9 now.
Yeah, but all the style of play that we had, Pete, revolved around you, really, didn't it?
And then I think I scored 16 goals after Christmas, and
yeah.
I don't think before or since I've scored that many goals after Christmas. There's obviously something that, you know, you did. You know, I always felt like I had the ability, but I just didn't have that manager that believed in me at that time, and obviously that person was you, and you know, I've got a lot to thank you for.
And do you know what, Pete? I had no doubts, Pete, as I say, I still remember seeing you as a kid, you know, and it was, you know, your career just pushed on from there, didn't it, really?